Welcome everybody that is returning, and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope you guys have had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless. Whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you, okay? So, the messages, we're going to do the prayer and everything first in the contract. So we're calling upon the Most High God, the Holy Spirit. And by the way, if you're new here, my name is ASTRAEA Love. I am the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I'm going to be doing a Psychic Tarot card, Oracle card reading for you guys today, okay? All right, so we're calling upon the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the ancestors, the Ascended Masters, and our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including our spirit guides, guardian angels, and protectors. And we're asking that they come in and be with us now. We're also asking that they put a protective shield around us, keeping us safe from all negative interference. If you guys could like the video, share the video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. That really helps the platform, but it's also important for you guys to watch each of the readings so that you get the downloads, because there's going to be messages in each reading for you. And those are like Easter eggs for you to decode your own spiritual journey. Okay. So thank you, God, for everything that you do. Please continue to protect us and shield us. Please continue to bless us and prosper us. I love you so much. All honor, worship, and glory and praise goes to my higher self, the Most High, and your higher self, the Most High, for bringing us together. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Amen. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about The Truth of God by Michael Steadman. The links to these books that I'm going to talk about are in the description box below. The first book is The Truth of God by Michael Steadman. This is a book that you guys need to get for your spiritual journey. It's going to help your spiritual progression. Why do I say that? Because this is the book when people are like, how do you do what you do? This is how I do what I do. Okay, literally, I'm going to explain it to you. So there's so many techniques in this intuitive workbook, but the 3 techniques that are very life-changing are: 1, the God technique, which raises you out of your ego so you can be looking out through the eyes of source, so you can see things clearly and see things as God sees them, because you are God, so you're looking out through the eyes of God. The second technique is and that changes your vibration. When I first started doing the God technique, I was feeling trapped in my consciousness in the psychic realm. By doing the God technique, I was able to get untrapped and enter into the God conscious realm. That helped significantly when it came to needing to raise my vibration so I could be above demonic energies or whatever low vibrational crap was going on at the time. And I still use that technique today to rise above things and to connect with God and to be with my higher self. And so I use these techniques every day. And maybe someday I will not ever have to, because when I first started doing the God technique, it felt like the jump of consciousness, like that it was like a huge gap. Like I was going from being down here to being all the way up here. Like it felt every time that I do the God technique now, it's lessening and lessening that gap between me and the consciousness of God. That's like the best way that I can explain it. So the second technique is called the joy versus anger technique, and it is a technique that teaches you how to ask yes and no questions. When you see me in the reading asking questions, I'm literally using the joy versus anger technique to get the answer, okay? And so the joy versus anger technique is more reliable than pendulums or muscle testing. All right, will never lead you astray. And so I use that technique to ask yes and no questions about things. And before I came across this information and integrated it into my life, I was just making choices and allowing my gifts to work on their own to warn me if there's a tragedy. But I can definitely tell you that it's so much better. It is so much better in life just to be able to ask yes and no questions, and then you just avoid traps. And the only time that something really that I don't like happens usually is when I have forgotten to ask a question. Like if I was like, let's say that I was to get a concert ticket, I would ask a question if I should go to that concert or not. If I get the answer no, and even though I want to go, I do not go, because it has been too many times where I have been told not to do something and I do it and it ends up horrible. So there's reasons, like there's always reasons for that. Okay. So anyways, the joy versus anger technique is going to help you get yes and no questions so that you can be divinely led. The third technique is the mind technique, which you use the joy versus anger technique, and you go through your thoughts and your belief systems and your storylines, and you start getting rid of thoughts and beliefs so that you're not pulling in the same experience over and over again. If you guys could like the video, I would really appreciate it. Please and thank you so much. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your donations. If any of you have a personal question you need addressed, you can send me a $20 PayPal or $20 Cash App. The links to it are in the description box below, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question, okay? But yeah, you don't have to be psychic and intuitive to use this workbook and to gain a connection with God and to access your higher self and access your spiritual bank. There's so many things in this book to help that will help you create a positive reality. And you don't have to have beliefs for good things to still happen. So yeah, you will be taught how to create a positive reality and actually like taking it into your own hands. And it also talks about past lives. I think I want to read the part about past lives. So as with the throw me a bone section, there were times when I would have, and this is the person that wrote this book. I didn't write this book, but this person's a genius. I would have an experience like being taken to a Viking sea battle and seeing myself in the water, sinking down, seeing the ships through several feet of water and drowning, fear of deep water. Or there was a time when I was watching the movie Braveheart. At the end of one battle scene, when the field is covered with bloody bodies, I broke out in tears because I was shown that I had been in the battle and was one of the bodies sliced up and dying. It says, full of anger that I had to die for someone else's cause and sad that I would not see my wife and children again. That was two of the many that I was shown. That's kind of how past life experiences happen to me. It's usually not in a way that feels good, but it's okay because it just gives you the opportunity to heal. It says, I've looked at some of my lives in China, Siberia, Europe, Scotland, Egypt, North America, South America, several islands, Atlantis, Lemuria, and that's just on this planet. I have played the role of man, woman, angel, guide, birds, mammals, insects, minerals, and plants, either for a lifetime or just briefly to have that experience. How you get your totem animals is by living a life or having an experience for a certain amount of time, looking out through the eyes of that animals. That's why the traits of that animal you carry into this lifetime. And that's how animal totems work, just to let you guys know. So it says, I've engaged as a good person and the seemingly bad person. I've learned that any experiences or beliefs carried from another life would show up again in this one without me having to know that about the other life or having to re-experience it. The other life events were just informational and not essential because I didn't have to know the root cause to release any issue that might be creating an effect in this life. Later, I was given the gift to see other people's lives. That's the person that wrote this book. I've always been able to see other people's lives as well. That's but that ability, I didn't start using that. I started just reading cards and at first I didn't even use cards. I would just read energy, and then I was like, oh, okay. At the time that I started being a professional psychic, Doreen Virtue was making a lot of books, and they're like about ascended masters. They're oracle card books, and so I was using those books quite a bit. And I still stand by her shit. Her stuff is the best stuff. It's hard to find nowadays, but she, since she went into crazy Christian mode, she hasn't been creating anything new. But it's okay because the stuff she already created is really great. So the second book that so the links to these books are in the description box below. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please and thank you. The second book I'm going to talk about is Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And this is the book that I've written. This is going to give you different tarot card spreads for the major arcana cards. The only thing that you need to get started with this book is the original Rider-Waite deck, Ryderwaite. Okay. And this deck, well, I would go ahead and just invest and get the one that has the words on it. Because when you're learning to read the whole tarot card, welcome in Fashionista, it is so much easier to have the information just accessible on the card, not having to go flip through a book and read it, and it will help you learn the energy of the cards. Because you're going to see what the card says, but then you're going to pick up on something else. That's what this book is a portal. You can use these tarot card spreads forever. Okay, to integrate the major arcana cards, which are the major transition cards. I'm looking at the Empress Tarot card spell for beauty and self-development. You'll do a little ritual with God and the Holy Spirit. The Emperor Tarot card spread for the divine masculine archetype ego. I'm going to read position 4. So I have different card positions for each of the tarot card spreads. So I'm going to read for the Emperor Tarot card spread, position 4. It says the unknown God self archetype. This card position will show you what is the unknown about your masculine energy. You may see some aggressiveness aggressiveness, or other emotions that you do not resonate with. Your true energy will be unveiled in the card that you pull for this position. If you pull the Emperor card, you will know that everything happens for a reason and that you are compatible with being the Emperor in your own life by leading by example. Position number 5 is the Alpha Force. This card position shows you some information in relation to your divine masculinity. What traits do you hold that can benefit the whole? The card that you pull for this position will show how aligned you are with the Alpha Force. If you need to integrate your divine masculine energy to create balance, that may be shown to you in the card that you pull for this position. The Alpha Chakra is finely tuned into the regulators for electronic, magnetic, and gravitational waves. This chakra serves as an anchor to the frequency for the divine structural blueprints of all sentient species. I'm going to read that again. So the Alpha Chakra is finely tuned into the regulators for electronic, magnetic, and gravitational waves. This chakra serves to anchor us to the frequency for the divine structural blueprints of all sentient species. That's how, before that, I was talking about, I think it was with the truth of God, looking out through the eyes of an animal, that it's through that chakra. So anyways, when you have finished pulling one card per position, you will want to compare the cards with one another. Do you see any repeating messages? Take note of anything that is the same in the cards that you're reading. So if you were to pull like let's say that you're doing this reading and you were to pull like 4 cup cards, I would take note of that, because you pulling 4 cups, that's a lot of water energy. That's a lot of love. I consider cups to be representing love, joy, happiness, and peace. Okay, it just depends if you look at it like the cup is half empty or half full. But I look at it cups as being a good sign. Okay. Okay, so the Emperor Tarot card spells to obtain powers. The Hierophant Tarot card spread, and the Hierophant Tarot card spell is to manifest lack mindset into nothingness. It's a form of void magic. The Lover's Tarot card spread and the Lover's Tarot card spell is to draw love into one's life. Okay, the Chariot is to remove obstacles. The Strength is to become stronger. The Wheel of Fortune is to attract good fortune and good luck. The Hangman is to sacrifice things that you don't need. The Justice is to create justice against those who thought that they got away with it. The Death is to bring about appropriate endings in the ways that you want things to end, basically. Temperance is to manifest with Archangel Michael. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the sacred blue flame, the will of God of Archangel Michael. I call upon Saint Michael, the Archangel, to bless and protect me, my family, and my home. I give you permission to intercede on my behalf and the behalf of my loved ones. Please come to my space and help me to clear my energy. That's part of the spell, basically. The Devil is to overcome the South Node, which is like temptation, lower self, ego. Okay. The Tower is to strike down the abuse of power, the abuse of authority in your life. If you guys are going through court cases or you feel like somebody's abusing their power on you, then that would be this one that you would want to go to. But I would just do them in the order that they come. And then the more that you do these tarot card spreads and spells, the more integrated you're going to be with the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions. The more you're going to be tapped into your own star. I'm going to read the position 3 of the Star Tarot card spread. It's called Star Essence. The card that you pull for this position shows you divinationary gifts, talents, ESP, psychic, intuitive, and talents. If you have the archetypal connections, planetary alignment, and natural star quality, this can be revealed to you through the card that you pull for this position. Your star essence or star trait may be hinted to. You may become aware of more gifts and talents than you knew were there. How social, approachable, and non-judgmental you are may be revealed here. If your star trait and star quality is very high, you can pull the Star Tarot card for this position. If you are in alignment with your divine life purpose and in your North Node, you could pull the High Priestess Tarot card for this position, and then you would know that you are in alignment with good fortune. You can also use the yes and no answer of the tarot card that you pull for this position to help guide you to greater alignment. If you pull the Star Tarot card in the reverse, then you will know that your star trait or star quality is either hidden or the time for fame and good fortune has passed you by. Okay, so in the back of the book, I've created a compendium of knowledge of what it could mean when the different major arcana cards come out together. So I'm going to read part of the Empress, okay? If the Empress tarot card comes out in the reading, it means that you are dealing with a divine feminine energy. The Empress represents a loving mother that is compassionate yet potent with their love. The Empress is the highest ranking female card in the tarot. Pulling the Empress tarot card means that you are dealing with a boss and a ruler. If you pull the Empress and the Emperor in the same reading, it could be talking about an equally yoked relationship between a man or a woman. If you pull the Empress in the reverse, it could be interpreted as a transgender energy or a man who has a very feminine demeanor. If you pull the Empress tarot card with the Temperance tarot card, it could mean that the person who you are dealing with or speaking on is not retaliating against attacks. If you pull the Empress with the Death tarot card, it could mean that whoever in question could be losing their spiritual rank soon. If the Empress tarot card comes out with the Lover's tarot card, it could mean that someone has a spiritual divine union soul twin flame contract. When the Empress comes out with the High Priestess tarot card, it means that you are taking control back of your life. If you pull the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune tarot card, it could mean that you are on top spiritually and that you're about to be on top financially and physically. And it just keeps going and going and going, you guys. But check out these books. If you want to learn to read cards for yourself or for others, Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells is going to be your book. If you guys are wanting to obtain a connection to God the way that I have by going within and using these techniques, this book is going to change your life. All right. Check these books out, you guys. The links to them are in the description box below. Know that if you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 PayPal or Cash App. The links to that are in the description box below, and I will pause the collective reading and then I will answer your question. But yeah, you guys are being celebrated in the spiritual realm. Also, I don't know if I said the contract. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me or anybody in the comments or anybody in the chat. That's just inappropriate. It'll get you reported and blocked and reported spiritually and physically. It's not tolerated. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion, but nobody should be here or anywhere else trying to condemn anybody else. That's not their job. Okay. So any weird behavior will be blocked. That is the contract. Also, if I talk about anything in the realms of health, follow up with the doctor. If I talk about legal stuff, follow up with the lawyer. If you feel like the information resonates, make sure that you're being responsible with the information, because I can't make choices for anybody else. I can only make choices for myself, and the choices that I make are my own. You have your own choices, okay? You get to think whatever you want to think, and you get to do whatever you want to do. Just be aware that spiritual law exists, okay? So do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. Somebody's experiencing a tragedy, loss, sorrow, grief, and pain while you're going through a spectacular ascension. Oh, God bless India. What a beautiful place. Smoke and mirrors. This is why this person is having a tragedy, because they believed something that was not true about you. Maybe this person was told that you were trying to cause a tragedy to somebody else. I feel like you haven't done anything to anybody, not to deserve any type of negative karma or evil get back or anything. I do feel like these people are delusional, though. They're trying to mirror your energy in some type of way. For what reason? What is this about? Oh, it's about you being a chosen earth angel. That's what it's about. Of course. They're trying to mirror somebody that would be good for you so that you accept somebody into your life. Maybe these people are trying to put a love spell on you. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you guys. I hope you guys have had an awesome day, and I love you so much. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. It means so much to me, you guys. Your support means so much. And thank you in advance and everything. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for sharing your time with me. And thank you for being a good person, for being an earth angel. The earth needs you. It literally does. You guys are so important. Yeah, somebody was being educated on how to bewitch you. I feel like this was a fruitless education, okay? Because you cannot be bewitched. If somebody was trying to put you up under a love spell, you do not love them. You're repulsed by them. This person should have just minded their own business. That's like my best advice for people, is just to be kind to others. You know, don't try to, yeah, the force of light is with you. Revealing your truth threatens them all. For a lot of you guys, you could be truth speakers. Your truth threatens these people's safety. I mean, literally, that's the way it is. But oh well, they should not have been trying to do whatever this is to an earth angel. This unnecessary, very unnecessary. Yeah, there's cryptid energy that's connected to you. It could be extraterrestrial as well. I'm picking up on literally being an angel of the earth. If you think about it, like there's angels of Venus, there's angel of these other planets, but you're an angel of the earth. You know what I mean? I also get that anybody trying to cancel or block you, you have every right to stand in, to live in the place you're living in, to stand in the position you're standing in. You have every right to be your real authentic self. I don't think that any one of these people are going to be able to block that. This is not the age of sacrifice your neighbor or your friend to the devil anymore. These people that were making these sacrifices, they're the sacrifice. And whatever, like this car accident energy is not your energy. That is not going to happen to you. These people who are going to get in a car wreck, they're getting in a car wreck because they were trying to move towards you in some type of way. That's literally what I'm getting. It's like blind justice. Pick a card from the angel numbers deck. And the twin flame deck, that's what just flipped out. Okay, so pick a card first from the angel numbers deck. So you guys could be seeing angel numbers. When you're seeing angel numbers, that is a good thing, you guys. It means that you're tapped in. You're able to receive the messages and the guidance that Spirit has for you, which is extremely important. When you see these angel numbers, you're going to take whatever you're doing, whoever you're around, whoever you're with at that time, and whatever it is you're focusing on. Like, let's say that you're like dreaming about writing a book. I would take that information and apply it to the angel number interpretation when you see the angel number. Okay. A lot of you guys, these angel numbers are going to make sense to you. And when you're seeing them, you're in alignment. Okay. When you're seeing them on the back of like a license plate, or, you know, in your car, you know, the gauges and all of the numbers that they have. If you're seeing it at a gas pump, if you're seeing it on a clock, if you're seeing it, you know, in advertisements or whatever it is, whatever the number is, there's a meaning behind that. There's different ways that source, God, our higher self communicates with us. One way is through repeating number sequences. It's like a code. You could look at it like, what is it? Morse code, that certain amount of dit. Anyways, you could look at it like that. Like, this is like the way that the divine communicates. It's one of the ways. There's so many, though. There's like so many ways that the divine communicates with us. One of the ways, though, is through angel numbers. Another way is through our intuition. Another way is through nature. Another way is through feeling. Another way is through thought and visions and abilities, like seeing things before they happen, through dreams. This is the way that God communicates with us, that our higher self communicates with us. Until you get the truth of God and develop that yes and no answering system, so you're always communicating with yourself, those are the natural ways that the universe tells us things, okay? I could be putting something, the universe could be putting a wound right in your face, not to try to taunt you, but it's to get you to look at that wound to heal, all right? Everything is happening for you, for your highest and best good. It may be happening to you, but it's happening for you, and it will benefit you. 333, everything that happens is for you to benefit, support. You'll be seeing 333 a lot. It's a very powerful number, you guys. Support, growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, talent. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward and work on your skills. Develop your talents and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. 9999, lessons learned. You guys have already learned these lessons. I feel like these lessons, you've already learned them. You're not going back into some type of delusional up under spell work state. It says culmination, results, benefits, reflections, and completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you've arrived at them. This is a reminder to stay optimistic and have drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it and the reward goes to you. Then nobody else is getting this reward. It goes to you. Oh, awesome. You just turned on the channel at 3:33. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's awesome. 1331, good fortune. You guys have good fortune here. You may have had to go through quite a few lessons, but those lessons are a blessing because you can look at all the stuff that you went through as stuff that you don't have to go through again. That's how I would look at it. It's like, oh, well, I've already overcome that, you know. I also get that this advice that you're getting from your higher self is helping you make a major change when it comes to your independence. It says, have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. That's what I was saying. Everything, it may be happening to you, but it's happening for your highest and best good. Even the worst things, well, you can avoid a lot of bad things by developing your intuition and asking yes and no questions so that you can be divinely led through life. That's how I avoid experiencing bad shit. But sometimes I forget to ask the question and I just go do something, and sometimes it works out okay, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm always reminded, oh shit, I didn't ask about this. And that's just kind of the way that my life goes. I live it very intuitively. And when something doesn't feel good, I go straight to doing the God technique, the joy versus anger technique, and then the mind technique, so I can get rid of the thoughts and beliefs so that I don't just keep creating the same experiences. Because that's what free will is our ability to think what we want. 1441, unique skills. This is what it's telling you. Your good fortune is having unique skills, you guys. Life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority right now. I love that card. So we have 333, 999, 1331, 11 or 1441. 0303, taking chances. Sometimes if we never take the chance, we never get the gold. You'll be able to use your intuition to find out when to gamble and when not. And I don't even like the word gamble because I'm not a gambler, but I do get that sometimes you need to take a chance on yourself to see your highest potential. Success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, and optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. If it's art, if it's singing, if it's acting, whatever it is that you're passionate about, take a chance and invest in yourself and go towards your goals. Move towards the outcome that you actually want in life. Don't live your life on the fence trying to decide if you're going to go for your dreams. You don't want to all of a sudden realize that and I'm not going to say that being old is bad, but realize that you're 120 years old and you didn't get to dance. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, go within and ask yourself, with all of the skills and knowledge that you have, what are you supposed to be doing with it? You know, and it doesn't have to just be dance. That's just an example. But trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. Welcome, everybody coming in. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here with me. If you guys could like the video, could we get the likes up, please? We're at 17 likes and 50 people watching. If you could like the video, that will help me so much, and I'm so grateful. Thank you guys so much. 7777, perseverance. I feel like you're going to persevere no matter what. A change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road that you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll know what the next step is. So we had 333, support. You're getting support. 9999, lessons learned. You're learning the lesson. You're getting the bigger picture. 1331, good fortune. 1441, unique skills. 0303, taking chances. And 7777, which is perseverance. Those are very powerful numbers, you guys. It's all about investing into you, taking a chance on you, doing something that's going to be for your highest and best good. And because you guys are such good people, you take care of others. You help other people when they're in need. You also have to help yourself out when you're in need and ask for the support that you need. or that you feel you need. Okay, you guys, there's nothing wrong with asking the universe to show you a sign, to give you a message, to lead you in the right direction. In fact, when you give the spiritual realm permission to do things and act on your behalf, the spiritual realm will start making choices and your life will start moving in a positive way. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful that you spend your time with me and that you're open to listening to what I have to say and what Spirit has to say and what the divine has for you. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. Two of Swords. Whoever wants to come into your life right now, they're stuck. They have to make, like, they're being shown an ultimatum by the universe. It's either they leave you alone or they got to go down a different path. That's what I'm getting. They're kind of blocked. Well, they're not kind of blocked. They're at the crossroads and they're blocked from moving forward. This is like somebody being in denial that you have moved on, that you don't need them. They were delusional, thinking that you were having a tragic life without them. This person's a fucking loser. I'm sorry, but they are a loser. You would have done, since this person's not been in your life, you have done so freaking good. The Three of Cups, this is what I'm talking about. You're able to celebrate. You have friendships. You're having reunions. And the Hangman, this person, they sacrificed you. They really did. It maybe wasn't a ritual sacrifice, but this person in their life, they chose somebody else or they chose a different path and they sacrificed you. They wanted to celebrate and have close friends and all of this extra, I want to say, like, third-party situations. This person literally sacrificed you, and in sacrificing you, they sacrificed themselves, because you can't hurt another person without hurting yourself. What you send out, you will get back. That is the way that the law of attraction in the universe works. The thing is that we think we control the way we send shit out, but the way that universe gives it back to us, we don't control that. And so that's, you know, the more that you can be tapped into your higher self, the more control you can have over your creation. And that way you just don't create the problems at all. And so there isn't bad stuff coming back. But like literally everybody has to work through a certain amount of issues and karma in this life. You can look at Earth as like a school that we're all in right now. Two of Cups. I love this card, you guys. Soulmate energy, close connection, soul contract with the universe, spiritual connection. Somebody tried to sacrifice you because you have a spiritual connection to the divine and they did not like that. This person wanted you to be asleep and serve them like they're your master or something. This person could be into BDSM or something, but they're really creepy. Yeah, they sacrificed you because they thought that they were making a better connection with somebody else. Come to find out, the connection that they've made with somebody else is shit. Now they're at a crossroads. Empress. Because they're seeing you as the real divine feminine. And they're like, oh shit, I threw away a Two of Cups, spiritual connection with an Empress to be with, like, I just heard a hag. Maybe this person calls their partner a hag. That is so rude. Anyways, literally, they put down a diamond and picked up a regular ass rock and they want to blame you for that. That's on them. Literally, that's on them. He knows what he got. Exactly. Look at this. Justice, death, and the Wheel of Fortune. You are getting justice. There was consequences to trying to mess with your free will. I'm serious. You're getting justice for that. The death, the death is a transformation. It doesn't necessarily mean someone's going to die, but literally your justice could be an ending to this person's finances, because they were trying to use their finances to take a Wheel of Fortune from you, to take your destiny and your fate from you. They were trying to change the trajectory of the outcome of your life because they were a selfish, fucking greedy ass pig while you knew them. That's exactly, you'll know who this person is the way I just described them. A selfish, lazy, greedy ass fucking pig. Okay. And they wanted to bring an ending to your Wheel of Fortune and they were not able to do that. You have like basically surpassed what they were able to do. Okay. This is called destiny and fate. That means it's going to happen no matter what. There is a Greek story about this one guy, I forget his name, it's like Oedipus or something. but he gets a prophecy that he's going to unalive his father and marry his mother. And he's like, does everything in his life to avoid that prophecy from coming true. But it happens anyways because he doesn't know who his parents are. So he accidentally unalives his father one day, who's like an old man, and then ends up marrying his mother. And I think, I don't know if he commits suicide. It's a real tragedy. It's a tragedy. Okay. But like literally some things that are destined and fated, even if you try to avoid it, it's still going to happen. You guys being in alignment for your assignment and receiving justice and peace from this person that clearly sacrificed you to be with somebody else or to have another connection, your doors are opening, theirs are not. They have to walk away. This person's got to walk away dissatisfied, letting go, leaving you behind. And they also have to walk away from trying to play your wheel of fortune. This is ridiculous. This person's destroying their own destiny by trying to attack yours. That's literally what they're doing. And you're already protected because God knew that these people were going to do this. There was no confusion of who you are and who they are. Okay. Yes, I'm glad. I would pray for this person to find their higher self, to find the divine. That's what would help them. But I feel like they've already done too much to the point where it's provoked the universe to send out some type of blind justice, which could be a car accident, a roadblock. This person's going to have something severe in their way that they can't get past. 10 of Swords. They have to walk away from trying to put 10 swords in your back. Seriously with this shit? Hell no. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please and thank you. It would help this reading and this video so much. Oedipus, yeah. Please and thank you, you guys. Yeah, it is entirely to be returned as soon as possible. That's exactly it. This 10 of Swords energy is not coming near you. This defeat and failure, this person has to walk away defeated, feeling like a victim. Because they fucked around, they found out that you're protected. Like, seriously, that's exactly what happened. And this person is like, but I love them. I'm their divine partner. No, a divine partner, a twin flame would never do this type of shit to anybody. Not to their twin flame. The twin flames are two consciousness that have been one consciousness in one body before. That's what a twin flame is. Lilith and Adam. The Catholic Bible or whatever, they left Lilith out. And they just put Adam and Eve, but whatever. The Lilith was a twin flame of Adam. And yeah, in the Torah, she's in the Torah, and she's also in other books, but they left out of mainstream Christianity, they left Lilith out. But yeah, she is a very real thing. And since Lilith wouldn't go back to Adam, and back to the garden, God was like, okay, I'm going to create another I look at it kind of like cloning, like extraterrestrial cloning, but I'm going to create another woman for you. But instead of creating her from the earth, like I created you, I'm going to create her from the cells from your rib, like that, literally verbatim like that. That way, if you want to blame me for this next woman doing anything that you don't like, this one comes from you, doesn't come from me. It comes from you. And you know that doesn't come from the earth. So that's the difference between twin flame. Twin flame is Adam and Lilith. Soulmate is Adam and Eve. And that they feed you guys the soulmate version because they don't want anybody ever gaining enlightenment about what twin flame is and how deeply connected and how powerful that is. There are a lot of religious institutions that don't like it, but it still exists. 5 of Swords. This person was going to argue with you. They wanted to fight with you. This person can't balance their ego. I feel like, you know, this 5 of Swords competition energy is these people fighting themselves. It's ridiculous. Being so aggressive towards you. Why? You're not even fighting with anybody. You're just being over here in peace, living your life, you know, minding your business. And this person is trying to betray you up under the moon with some moon magic. They're not going to get away with this scot-free, and that's also not going to work. Whatever they're trying to block, this is over. This person is experiencing a lot of hidden opposition because just like the devil positioned this person to sacrifice you, God also positioned other people to deliver you and to come in and help you. And I would call this person a destiny blocker, and I would call the people that God has placed in your life destiny helpers. That's how I would literally label it, because that's what this is about. This is about somebody wanting to sacrifice. They literally sacrificed the divine union that you already had, and it wasn't even divine, but they sacrificed whatever connection that they had to you, and now they're arguing with other people about it. And it's like, oh well, let them argue. You don't have to say anything. I think your silence speaks much more volumes than these people and their ratchetness. 10 of Cups. Your silence and your happiness and your peace speaks volumes about this other person. This is what they won't admit to you. The fact that you are doing so well without them and that you went through an ascension without them, this person is feeling like they're bad for people, and they are bad for people. They're very 100% accurate. This person is broke. They don't have anything. They don't have a good legal position. They don't have a good work position. They are broke, and they are broken, and they're self-centered, and they're foolish. Okay. Very, very foolish. And they also chose somebody else that did not have resources. This person thought that they were choosing somebody for money or that had money. Come to find out, this person has no money. They are fake flexing, just like this person was trying to do to you. You dodged a bullet by sometimes rejection is protection. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. You're getting your wishes fulfilled. The 9 and 10 of Cups, you guys, these people are arguing because you're in wish fulfillment right now. You're in your happily ever after, harmonious healing from family generations wounds and all of that type of stuff. You guys are progressing in a way that nobody could have predicted. I feel like because God is working in your life. These people, the 4 of Pentacles, they want to possess you. They want to lock you up, entrap you, and possess you like a fucking possession. You are not a possession. People need to stop looking at other people and being like, yeah, I own that. I own them. No, they don't. You belong to God. I would be typing in the comments to this video, I belong to God, to affirm that, because you do. You are a part of God's bigger picture. And this person that wants to be crazy and possessive over you, that they need to go fuck themselves and get out of your energy. 7 of Swords, because they are here wearing a mask, being a liar and a deceiver, hiding and avoiding. This person is a fucking coward. They're going to try to hide in your energy for as long as they can get away with it. I would literally cut cords with them, and I would report them to Archangel Michael and say, I don't want this person playing around in my energy anymore. Is there anything that you can do about that? And say, is there anything that I can do about that? Yes, purchased by God, manifested by God, literally. Yeah. This person, they know that they're a trickster. 3 of Wands. This person is trying to keep you away from looking ahead. They're also trying to see if they can look ahead to see how this is going to turn out. It's going to turn out really bad for them. I mean, they're already seeing the transition of power with you winning and them losing, and they don't like that. It makes them feel very unloved and uncomfortable, like they need to change. They do need to change. 8 of Wands, fast movement. There's a lot of fast movement coming with this situation. This person is going to be swiftly kicked out of your energy, and all of your power and energy call back to you and I would just say, and I'm going to say it for you, Archangel Michael, I give you permission to cut all cords to any people, places, and things that are not for my highest and best good. If there's anyone playing in my energy, trying to deceive me, trying to trick me, or trying to hurt and harm me, please make me aware of who they are so that I can do everything in my power to not give that person energy or information or whatever the F it is that they want to use against me. Please show me, God, please show me who these people are. Please reveal who they are in a way that I can understand. Please show me a sign about this person so that I can avoid tragedy. And thank you for the signs, and thank you for the intuition, and thank you for the messages. And you're going to receive a message, literally. You'll receive a double, triple, quadruple fucking confirmation. 10 of Pentacles. You being able to have a 10 of Pentacles on your own without this person, this is what they're the most offended about. It's also about your wish fulfillment and you having a happily ever after, but this person believes that you should be in the position that they're in, broken, homeless, and poor. And they're like, how did they get a 10 of Pentacles? It must have been gifted to them. So what if it was? If you were gifted a home or a property or an inheritance, it's because an ancestor and God trusted you with it. Who are these people to argue with the universe and say what you get and what you don't get? This person is not your God. They're never going to be your God. You're never going to look at this person. It was 44:44 on the clock when I said that. You're never going to look at this person like their God. You are divinely protected, you guys. Your legacy, your 10 of Pentacles, your home, your property, okay, your higher commitment to God is protected. Nobody can mess with this soul contract. There's not anything that they can do. That's really not. You already have everything that you need within you. And I don't think you need to go get more education. You can if you want to. And I'm getting that you guys have all the wisdom within you. It's not going to be on the outside of you. It's going to be going within. I feel like you have everything that you need to succeed here and to make it past whatever this person was trying to do. Again, because it's just a failed attempt. This person's a loser. They fail at everything that they do. This is not the first time they failed, and it won't be the last. 7 of Cups. Choices and indecision. This person can't make a decision whether they love you or they hate you. See how those hands... Man, my throat chakra. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I cancel and rebuke. See how these hands could easily turn to slap somebody, but the way they're formed together, it looks like a heart. This person cannot decide whether they want to hurt you or love you. That is a crazy ass energy, and you guys deserve better than that. You guys deserve way better than that. Like, you're worthy of having better than that. Somebody that is abusive, no. When I saw that hand coming out and like slapping somebody, no, we return that energy to sender. We return it to sender. Not our energy, not our problem. And whatever was within us that drew that energy in, we heal that and release it. And return it to sender. 9 of Swords. This person is not sleeping. They're spending all of their time. I don't know why my voice is doing that. But they're spending all of their time in the 9 of Swords. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I had to go clear that issue. But yeah, hopefully it'll shift and get better now. So this person is not sleeping. Okay, I feel like they could have chronic insomnia. That could be something that they are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Insomnia is like a form of torture. I feel like this person, they're having a breaking point in negativity. I don't feel like this person feels like they can recover their energy or they can recover this relationship with you. This person they don't sleep at night because they stay up all night thinking about you. And I feel like this person is on the fence of loving you or hating you. Like that's just a dangerous place to be. And it has to do with them not being able to have access to a Ten of Pentacles anymore. And I feel like this person being cut off from your access is what needed to happen so that they could realize that they're not doing things that are in alignment with their destiny. Okay. This person is spending too much time focusing on you, and this is why you're picking up on their energy, and this is why they're showing up, is because they're in the Five of Pentacles. They're casted away. This person could be homeless right now. They're seeing you over here all comfy in the Ten of Pentacles, having a legacy to leave this world, and they feel like that's unfair, that they should have access to your resources. This person's never going to get access ever again. They could be on unemployment, or they could be having an unemployment struggle. This is what this person wanted for you, and now it's happening to them. And I think it's ironic. Yeah. King of Pentacles. You could be a loving father. You could be somebody who's devoted to your community. I feel like this moon energy was supposed to mess with your Wheel of Fortune and take you out of the winning era. And there's nothing on this planet that can do that. The only thing you could block yourself, but this person, they can't actually block you. So they're not getting away with whatever this is. This is basically over for you guys. It's like just the ending of a spiritual warfare that really didn't have anything to do with you. It had to do with the way that this person, that's the wrong box, the way that this person feels about themselves. Okay, so I would look at it that way and just heal whatever drew this person in, because their way of thinking is opposite to the way that you think, and I don't feel like it's in alignment with your highest and best good to be around this person. I just don't. I feel like this person's experiencing a tragedy because they tried to cause a smoke and mirror illusion tragedy to happen to you, and now that is not going to go through, and it's not going to be accepted, and nobody is going to look at you like you're a harmful person. I feel like you're getting to move forward to your future. Yeah, you could be living off the grid. You could be thinking about changing, going from like the country to another place, or you could be thinking about going into living in a city, the beach, whatever this new idea is. I like it. Getting away from this person is going to help you. Principalities. This person thinks that they can continue abusing their power in the future. They're not going to be able to send any type of principality to where you live. They're not going to be able to block you, stop you, hurt you, harm you, none of that. If any of you guys have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description box below, and I will pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question, okay? Yeah, this person's being haunted. They're being haunted on a day-to-day basis. I feel like there are things that are after this person, and they know it. They know that they've got something attached to them that they won't be able to get unattached. This trickster, this mischievous person, miscreant joker. This person thought that this was all fun and games until all of a sudden now it's not. Like, this is why when people get away with hurting and harming you guys and doing things for a long extended amount of time, they should be looking at the fact that the universe has been showing grace and mercy to them and stop trying to take advantage of the universe, because literally now this person is being haunted and stalked by the same things that they wanted you haunted and stalked by. And they don't have any way. These are the types of people that will not go to God. They will not get the truth of God. These are the types of people that will not be interested in having a real relationship and connection with their higher self. But that's what would save these people from this lower vibrational energy that they have been calling upon. Okay, that book is the only thing that's going to get these people out of what they're in. And other than that, I don't feel like I feel like these people would have to literally change their vibration, change their ways, change what they're putting out. They'd have to stop being somebody that's trying to be a karmic person. This person has a mental illness that they're not addressing, and they're experiencing a return to sender times 10, a reversing of everything that they tried to do. I feel like that's on them. They should have left you alone. The people need to know when to leave well enough alone. You know what I mean? Multiple timelines, past other timelines, future timelines. This person is trying to timeline jump to get on the same timeline as you. It's a no. They were told that they need to go back to the beginning and start over. I'm not even joking. This person could be stuck in a reptilian reincarnation cycle. They're bound to a group of entities or energies. I don't know what to call them. Consciousnesses that I don't fuck with. Point blank period. They're bound to something negative. And that's sad. I mean, they just really need to, stop these politics, yuck. Rules, regulations. This person wants to rule and dominate your life and change some type of politics so that you can't exist where you're at. This could be why you guys are being led to move. Okay, or to get a new job somewhere else or whatever. It's because this person has overstepped. Like, this is why you guys have to have boundaries with people. You have to put up that boundary. Know that you are an earth angel, light worker, star seed, chosen one. Know that you have to put up boundaries with people. Sometimes that boundary is the one thing that saves your life from them. Okay, so when you let your boundaries down and you let people into your energy, they take that as an open door to do whatever the F they want to you. And sometimes you just have to stand up for yourself and show people that they're not going to get away with not any of this crap. Okay, and they can't use if this person is trying to have you judged because of your political view, that is so lame. Or your skin color or whatever the fuck this is. Nobody is going to get behind this bullshit. East Coast, West Coast, which is the same thing as country life, suburban life, city life. It's like you're switching things up. You could be wanting to move to a place that's more peaceful, like that has open spaces, animals, and nature. You could be wanting to go out into nature. I feel like that's a really good thing for you. Yeah, this person is an energetic vampire that's on the 7 deadly sins. They sold their soul to the devil. It doesn't matter where they go or who the ruling politician is and wherever they're at, this person's still going to be in trouble, and they're not going to be able to just jump into your timeline. That is not going to happen. This person is not invited into your future. Okay? I feel like they're super desperate. They're super desperate. This person had the intention to cause a tragedy to this world that's not ever going to be allowed to happen. And by stealing your energy, that is a form of unaliving. If somebody is stealing your energy consistently and trying to take your good health and take everything that you are, they're trying to siphon from you. That is murder. That is attempted murder, and it is a slow burn murder attempt. Okay? So you have to look at psychic vampires and energy thieves as exactly what the fuck they are. Killers. Okay? Especially if, this person was stealing your joy, stealing your peace, stealing your sanity, stealing your freedom, trying to lock you away, whatever the hell this is. No, okay? And I get that you need to start addressing these energetic vampires by the book is called The Truth of God by Michael Steadman, and the link to this book is in the description box below. And then the other book is the book that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And this book is going to teach you how to read your own tarot cards. This one is going to help you gain a connection to God, your intuition, and start creating your reality from a higher space. But yeah, this person already sold themselves. Stop falling on the ground, cards. They already sold themselves to the devil. You could literally, this person wanted to come in and unalive you because you're meant to be some type of tarot reader or psychic or prophet. That is insane. This person could have been trying to get a law passed like in your area to where you couldn't use divination or whatever this spiritual belief is that you have. It could just be that you're spiritual so that you would be able to do this content creation or whatever this is. This was a lame attempt. They should have just, not wasted their time. I also get that somebody is trying to come after you because you do know the future about them. You know what's going to happen. And this person, they wanted to unalive a content creator, a tarot reader, a spiritual practitioner, a psychic, a prophet, or a fortune teller. Yeah, an energy vampire them. That's going to work out real shitty for these people. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. I'm serious. Like literally, you're being told to cleanse your space and clear your energy of them. Because you got this person straight up. And it's not that you did it intentionally, but they are triggered. They're angry. They're salty, pressed, pissed off, vengeful, and wrathful. That's how this person is. This is why you're just being told to cleanse your space of them. Okay? If you have anything that belongs to this person, like an object of theirs, get rid of it. Especially if it's an ancestral object, like a knife that's been passed down through families, or I don't know, whatever else could be, pictures. Like, get rid of this person's stuff. Okay. Seriously, get the stuff out of your house. This person still feels like they can attach to you in your home and to your 10 of Pentacles. That's why you're being told to cleanse your 10 of Pentacles, so that you can, you know, and you get the truth of God and use the God technique in that, because then you're going to be raising your vibration. There's a part in Doctor Strange where the Ancient One says something like, instead of fighting your demons, you're supposed to rise above them and learn how to live above them. That's what the truth of God does. It helps you raise yourself above the frequency. For me, I was always trapped in the psychic realm, feeling a victim to everything that I was experiencing because I didn't feel in control of it. With the God technique, I became untrapped consciously and was able to like raise my frequency. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that this information is resonating. Oh, you found a child's glove in your house and got rid of it and used Palo Santo. Palo Santo is one of the best things to clear energy with, because Palo Santo actually brings in a positive energy, where sage clears both positive and negative energy. It kind of just wipes everything out. So whenever, that's why they have so many combinations of sage and lavender, sage and rose petal, sage and Palo Santo. And so those work really good, because as you're neutralizing the energy, the positive that is within, that they wrap with the sage, like if it's Palo Santo, whatever it is, that will replace the energy with positive energy. And you guys can always pray over your space and say, I call upon the light of God to bless this object, to bless my home. And if there's anything in your home that's related to this person, or even, I would say, even anything that makes you think of this person, like if this person from the past, let's say that they knocked over a lamp on the table. This is just an example I'm coming up with. Like they knocked it over, it broke. They didn't give a fuck about breaking it, and you had to glue it together piece by piece. If every time you see that lamp, you think about this person, I would get rid of the lamp, because there's a negative association and it is just going to be a trigger for you. It would be better to just, unless it's like a family heirloom, you know what I'm saying? It would be easier to just get rid of it. But yeah, that's just an example. So I feel like this person is very destructive. They're very disrespectful. You guys could be literally working on creating. Oh, thank you guys for being so kind. Air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I think we're in Aquarius time right now. That could be that could be the zodiac sign of this person that's pissed off. Okay, so let me just ask, is the air sign the collective, or is it no, it's not the collective. Okay. So yeah, like I suspected, this person could be an air sign. They could have air highly aspect in their chart. Also, you could be an air sign and be a content creator or a tarot reader, or you could be doing something like with spiritual work. I feel like it's meant for you. It's in your bloodline. You could come from a generation of healers or holistic people. I also get that this air sign, they were trying to speak something into your life so that you would like be enchanted by them. You're not enchanted. Yeah, they could. I personally pray for my neighbors, and I pray over my environment and area code and city and everything like that. Why I do that is it, and yes, I do love my neighbors. I don't know who they really are, but like I respect them. And so I don't want anybody around me or the land around me or anything to be like able to be manipulated against me. So I pray for my neighbors, and it seems to be working. You know, I've seen demons try to enter a neighbor's house before, and it was something going on with the inside of their house, and I was able to clear the inside of their house without having to go in it or tell them about it. And so the thing it had to leave. So literally, this air sign, they could be a neighbor, or they could be attached to your neighbors, or they could be attacking your neighbors. Yeah, you're being told to like just basically love yourself, do yoga, meditate, work out, go for a walk, pet your dog, feed your pet, whatever it is. I have meditate, lizard, dog, bird, spend time with pets, spend time outside. If ground your energy, go for walks, all of those things, do yoga, work out. Yoga is just like breathing and stretching. All of those things are going to help you refocus your energy back onto yourself. Oh, you've been petting your cat. So therapeutic, you guys. You had to overlook the gang stalkers and watchers and just ignore them. That's exactly it. That's how you learn to get past it. Because these people, they're having whatever they did return back to them. Yeah, you have warrior angels that are protecting you. Anytime you leave the house and anytime you come back, you are protected. You're very divinely protected. I don't feel like these people can even get into your energy. And sometimes when somebody is trying to judge you because of what you voted for, who you support, what you think, it's not so much about you that it is about the other person. Just know that when somebody's trying to regulate you and use politics and all this dumb bullshit over you, trying to rule over you, it's more about them than it is about you. And so the issue is with this air sign. This Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They're the one that is actually being a false prophet and a false leader and a false psychic and a false person. Whatever they're trying to do, they're wanting to jump onto your timeline and they don't have the energy to sustain the ascension that you're going through. This person can't jump through the portals that you've already gone through. They would have to spend time going outside, connecting with nature and changing their perspective and I would say motives and their execution of life. They need to change that. And that's literally, I usually don't like to say that they need to change but they do. Like this person would get better. Their health would get better if they would like just do something that's positive for their body. This person eats bullshit food. There was a Kennedy that stated the devil has gotten into our food, and it has. Not only in the form of like people doing spells on the food. This is why you should pray over your food. Okay. Acknowledge that it comes from source and pray over it and be grateful for it, whether you made it or someone else did, because you don't know what the energy when that person's preparing your food, which is basically you are what you eat, it's consciousness. You don't want there to be a negative intention, or sometimes witches, they've actually admitted to casting spells on food. There was this one video I was watching of this girl that was addicted to a Wingstop. He's an Aquarius. There you go. And she could not stop going to Wingstop. It was the only thing she craved. When she prayed about it, she was shown that there was spell work being done. So, there was obviously with her prayer divine intervention, which is the same thing as a boundary. And then she stopped craving Wingstop. In fact, she went back and tried it again and was disgusted. I had the same experience with In-N-Out. Like I was like, In-N-Out is the best shit ever. And then I was like, wait, why am I thinking about it so much? Is there something with that? And so I was like, okay, if there's anything going on with In-N-Out, I want to just clear it now. And when the next time I went to have it, me and the person I was with, we were like, we didn't like it for some reason. Then we had it again and we liked it because we were starving, but and I'm not talking bad about In-N-Out. I'm just saying that if you're having cravings that don't go away, that are on your mind and you can't get it off your mind, ask where it's coming from. And if you find out that it's coming from something you ingested, because what they're doing is they're putting witchcraft. It's putting the devil in our food. They're putting all of these chemicals in our food, all of these things that are unnecessary that don't need to be in food, preservatives, all this crap, all this like stuff, they're putting it in our food. And what does that do when we put it in our body? It shuts our temple down. Our body has to produce so much more energy to digest that food that we just ate. And inside the food that we just ate, if it's like, sometimes fast food places or whatever, will be things that cause you to not stay full for very long and to crave it again. And that's the shit that they're putting in the food. And it just happens to have a certain type of chemical or whatever type of preservative type of name. Okay. And it's preservative meant to preserve the item in your body so that you can consume more of it. The United States of America, and I don't know if other countries are the same. I would hope that they have better standards than the United States of America, but we literally have no interest in whether the food is healthy and okay for us to eat. The only interest is in how it can become more addictive and how people can be hooked on it. The FDA does not do anything. When you see those numbers, that's like it expires at this time, those numbers are not even for the expiration. It's like for a warranty that's on the food. So you just have to understand that the food is not being prepared. This is why a lot of people are not eating out, because first of all, eating out has gotten so expensive. But a lot of people have stopped eating out because it's gotten so expensive and it's just outrageous at this time. And they're preparing their own food, and a lot of people are having this awareness and awakening when it comes to what they're eating and how they feel. And I literally think that, I mean, I've had the same experience. I only eat out very, like if I'm out of town, I'll eat out or whatever. But like most of the time I'll pack a cooler with stuff, like oranges, stuff like that. So I'm always like, I like to eat out. Okay. I like Texas Roadhouse. I like some places that have really good food, but I always pray over the food, always. Like it, and I don't have to do it out loud. I like, thank you for this meal. I bless this meal with the light and the power of God. And I ask that the angels bless this meal. And I know that when I ask questions, when I use the joy versus anger technique and I ask questions, I'm not led into situations to where I could be poisoned. So yeah, this person was cheating, competing, lying, deceiving. This is why hoodwinking, they have bad intentions and they're an imposter, this air sign. I feel like this could be a masculine energy. They're not allowed to come back into your reality. They're not allowed to jump timelines. This person could very well be going to jail. They were trying to create some type of unaliving situation with you because you are a content creator. I don't feel like you create content that hurts and harms anyone. You guys probably don't even create content that outs anybody for their bullshit. Yay to Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, literally. Yes, herbs, spices, nuts, spring water, groundwater. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And the sugar is so addictive, it really is. It's addictive, but the high only lasts a little while. Where if you were to eat something that has natural sugar in it or just something that's from nature, the things that are alive, basically. When I eat my steak, I want it to moo at me. I want it completely blue. I want it and that's just the easiest for the stomach and everything to digest it. But it tastes the best that way as well. So yeah, and I'm not somebody that eats fat. I'm disgusted with fat. Like I don't eat fat because I really do believe that you become what you eat, and you can tell what people eat by the way that they look. Earth sign energy. You guys could be an earth sign. This air sign could be an air earth sign cusp. But yeah, I feel like they could be an earth air sign cusp, however you want to look at that. I also get that these two energies are kind of like when I look at compatible energies, I would consider air and fire to be very compatible. I would consider earth and water to be more compatible, to go with each other. And that's just me, though. That's the way I look at it. I don't feel that there's a compatibility between you and this person. And I feel like if you are this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this hardworking person, you don't want to be with somebody that's cheating, lying, hoodwinking, and trying to deceive you. You want an authentic, real person, somebody that actually loves you. It says pull one card for the past energy of the situation. And then it says pull one card for the present energy of the situation. So I'm going to pull another one. The past energy is a natural disaster, a storm, a flood, a hurricane, an earthquake. And I'm not speaking this over people. This is shit that's already going on. Tsunami, volcanic eruption, fire. This person could have literally, if they had a demonic altar, it literally could have caught on fire. This is why you should not leave candles burning on your altar without them being attended. I don't burn candles like really anymore, but I used to burn them a lot to transmute energy. And I have a candle holder that's like this big, and you can put the candle in it, and doesn't matter what size it is, and it'll burn down, and it condenses down and just keeps burning, but it's actually very, very safe. So it's like it's made in a certain type of way so that the fire can't get out. This person doesn't use any type of precautions. They're not intelligent like that. They also, I'm seeing some type of altar that's got wax, like red and white wax all over it. Okay, I don't know why they're showing me that, but it feels like it has to do with whatever this person was doing that caused a natural disaster. Maybe they were trying to do an altar to you. Again, very fucking weird and creepy. I think that the only altar that should be made should be like for your ancestors, your spirit guides, and God. And you don't need to have an altar for God, but you could create yourself as being the altar for God. I feel like, you know, there's nothing wrong with offering your ancestors water, salt. Like, I would only offer, for me, when I give to my ancestors and I'm thankful, like, especially around Dia de los Muertos, I will like leave them an offering that they like, but I don't ever give them stuff that's super toxic. I will give them candy sometimes, but I won't give them like cigarettes or liquor, which is the thing that most voodoo spirits, they want the most is like tobacco and liquor, right? But I don't want to give my ancestors and my spirit guides things that are unhealthy. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with ancestral veneration. We should be grateful for the ancestors that we have because we would not be here without them. And I feel like, you know, that's why Dia de los Muertos, making a holiday for that is an important thing. But ancestors don't take the place of God and the Holy Spirit in your life. They're just, I would say, like, you want the best for your ancestors because your ancestors are what made you able to exist, right? So you don't want, if there's any ancestral wound that's been passed down, you want to go ahead and heal that. I would be like, it ends with me. The present energy is that this person is trying to come in as a friend. They want you to think that they're like on your side, that they're here to save you. Save you from what? What do you need salvation from? You're doing the right thing. You're attracting good karma. Like, what would you need to be saved from? That's what I would tell this person. You're coming in to save me, to be the hero in my story. I'm the hero in my own story. What the fuck do I need you for? When you have God, you realize that you don't need friends like that. You're not desperate for that. I also feel like this person could be a coworker. They could want to, they probably sent this bullshit fucking spell work. Now they want to come in and pretend to play in your face and see if it's working, and they want to save you from it. No, this person needs to go undo whatever the fuck they just did. Because I don't think that you're going to put up with this behavior. I feel like you're going to be like, no, not answering your phone call. This person wants to bully you and fight with you and argue with you and isolate you and blackmail you and trap you, frame you, and set you up. That's the type of shit they're on. They're going to come in and save you from all of this bullying. What the fuck do you need to be saved from? You already have Archangel Michael and God. I mean, literally, that's like the heavenly forces. What do you need salvation from? There's nothing coming to get you. You're not creating negative karma. Whatever it is that this situation was has already been basically resolved because you said no to them. You know what happens when you say no to a bully? They lose their shit. They really do. Some people can't handle rejection. They can't handle being told no. And they definitely are like, feel my pain, feel my suffering. And you're like, no, send that energy back. It's not mine. That's not my life. These people don't get to dictate what you do. They do not get to dictate what the Most High God's going to do. I can guarantee that. I've seen God do things that I never thought was possible. Yeah, these people feel betrayed by you. They feel like you broke your heart. Oh, they wanted to break your heart. They feel like you broke their heart, though. They really do that. They really feel that way. They're like forgetting that they were the one that walked away from you and chose somebody else like a loser. They put down a diamond and picked up a regular ass rock and then worshipped it. Yeah, exactly. Voodoo, Santeria, the Order of Set, Judaism, Scientology, Satanism, Luciferianism, Thelema. This person betrayed a whole group of people. I mean, what does that have to do with you? Pretty much nothing. You guys are literally, yeah, diet and exercise. Yes, sun bath. I love that, you guys. You can do a sun bath. You can do a fire wash. I think it's called a fire wash, where you go and you make a fire and you just meditate on the fire. You could like write down things that you want to get rid of and throw it in the fire. Literally, this person is feeling betrayed because their witchcraft is not working. That's what they're most upset about, is that they're not able to block you and stop you. This person can't stop you from speaking the truth, and they can't they can't tell you that, you know, that you are wrong, because you're not. These church members, Jehovah's Witnesses, Baptists, Lutherans, Protestants, LDS Saints, Catholics, Christians, I think I said Jehovah's Witnesses, this is like the opposite energy of each other. I feel what I'm getting with these two cards is that there could be people that are really Satanists, but they're hiding in these religions. Okay. This person could be, and again, they could be into whatever other dark demon shit that exists. I don't know what all of it's called. I can only give you like a Satanism, Luciferian, because that's what I've heard of. But I feel like there's some of these people that have betrayed the church because they're hiding. They're really Satanists or Masons or something, and they're hiding in these religions. Okay. And they're still sacrificing people and doing the same bullshit. They're betraying people. They're going to be equally betrayed. Yeah, this person could have been trying to literally drown you or do some type of water magic. It's not going to happen. Pick a card from the What's the Tea Oracle, and then we'll probably finish the reading. But yeah, you guys are succeeding beyond what anybody could have anticipated. This person never thought that they would see the day that you would get justice, and then that day is today. Like, that's crazy. I think it's insane for people to think that they will just continue to be allowed to cause spiritual warfare and nonsense in somebody else's life. Chaos. When there's no reason for it. You've not done anything to them. All you did was move on and your life got better, and they feel greatly offended by that. Seriously, they feel greatly offended. Like, how dare you move on and live your life without me? How dare you think you can live without me? How dare you this and this and that? And it's like, what do you mean, how dare you? Like, what the fuck else are you supposed to do? Stay stuck on somebody that wasn't for your highest and best good? You're over here ignoring them. That's what just tried to fly out on the ground. You could be petting your cat right now. You could be sitting with your cat, literally, with your little fur baby, literally. Oh my gosh, stop falling on the ground, cards. Ridiculous. This person, you're ignoring them. They've caught something sexually. I'm not even joking. This person could be trying to trick the system. Maybe they were telling people that you had some type of sexual infection that you don't have. What weirdos, dude. I don't feel like you've engaged in any type of eyes wide shut orgy activity like these people have. They're definitely trying to get evidence, though. This person is trying to dig into your health records. That's very inappropriate. You could have like not gone to the doctor. You probably haven't gone to the doctor recently. Or if you have, these people are trying to bribe somebody that's in the system so that they can get access to your medical records. For fucking what, dude? That's some very suspicious witch shit right there. When people are trying to gain access to your medical records, the way that you're like, let's say that you get, what are they called? Oh, it's something with the heart. They monitor the heart. EKG. If they were to get a hold of that, they could start tampering with your heart's rhythm. This is why HIPAA laws exist, so that people are not just abusing other people's private information. And so whoever they're trying to bribe to get this information to see if you're worth still pursuing, I'm telling you, they're not going to get the right information. This person has made up a lie. They could be trying to tell a judge that you gave them an STD. No, you didn't. There's no evidence of that. Not at all. And you could have been tested for this STD, literally, already. So I would continue to ignore this person that's got a bad reputation. They ruin their own reputation by being a weirdo. They want to give you a dirty offer. Nobody wants whatever the fuck is crawling out of that coffin. I can guarantee this dead shit, this necromantic bullshit, you don't have anything to do with it. This person wants you to give them money. You're not giving them anything. What is wrong with them? I feel like sometimes saying no is enough to provoke somebody to violence, but this is extreme. They want you to get a dirty offer with money so that you lose whatever you have. This person wants an inside scoop. They want the details of your medical records and your phone records and all this shit to go through. Get a life, weird ass motherfucker. Literally, they need to get a life. You're ignoring this ridiculous behavior because as much as they scoop, try to get the inside scoop and snoop on you, as much as these people try to literally spy on you and get information about you, any of the information that they attempt to use, it's going to be futile. I did the Aleister Crowley ritual to get, it's called the Bornless ritual, and it gets rid of whatever's in your birth chart so that people can't try to unalive you through the use of your birth chart. Yeah, that's one of the best things that, and I didn't actually do the ritual. I was just like, the effects of what this does, I want that to be done. I don't want anybody using my birth chart against me or anything in it or thinking that they can. And so I like severed that energy. But yeah, this person's a habitual drama starter, and that's what they're trying to do. They want to see some weird ass play that they've concocted in their head play out, and it's not going to. This person is going to be left with the drama that they started, and everybody's going to look at them like they're the fucking weirdo, because they are. Okay, what else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? They're stuck in their ego, this drama starter. They feel ego hurt by you. This person is literally hurting themselves. They really are, with their own actions. Them holding a grudge against you is causing cancer for this person. They might as well just let go of it. Like, literally. They have to release your energy, because you're not going to fuck with this person ever again. Yeah, there are a bunch of kids on ego trip. They have to release your energy. It's a necessity for them to move forward, okay? You're over here ignoring them and reflecting on why this situation occurred, and you're getting the bigger picture. Sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it is about them. But there's always going to be something within you that drew this person in. It could be karma from another life. It could be many different beliefs. Whatever it is, I would be doing, you're doing the reflection and you're questioning what it is so you can get rid of it. Because this person knows that they ain't shit. They know this. This is not like up for debate. They know that they're not worthy of you, like point blank period. This person would try to destroy your life. They want to threaten you. These people are stupid. They're just intimidated by you. These people feel threatened by you. They feel like you are the threat. I don't get that you guys are a threat to this person. If they come playing in your energy, then yeah, then you know, there's going to be forces that work against them. They're looking you up. This person could be researching you, studying you, trying to get info. Doesn't matter what information they get. I don't care what they try to do with this information. If they're trying to dox it, put it on the internet, put it out there to people, this person is stupid. Okay, they're going to get caught. They're going to get caught trying to traffic somebody by putting their information online in an illegal ass fucking way. That's what this person's trying to do. Let them do whatever they're going to do. Nothing is going to happen to you if this person's going to get picked up and arrested. Yeah, they're claiming that they're into you. Nobody that loved you would ever do this type of shit. Okay? Just know if somebody comes in trying to kiss your ass, that it's fake. Because this person wants one thing and one thing only: money, a home, support, your energy. That's what they want. They're a fucking thief. Stay away from this person. Don't let them in your house. Don't let them near you. I think it was the last reading that I was talking about how I had a friend that came over. I hadn't seen this person in a long time. And they literally went through every fucking part of my house and even sat on my bed. And I was like, this is weird and inappropriate. Like, what the fuck? I would never go to somebody's house and go through their shit. Like, that's so inappropriate. Spiritual hater. This person hates on your magic, your light, and your power. Okay? They don't like the fact that you shine so brightly and that you're so well received by others. This person thought that they could steal your happiness from you, and they're not the originator of your happiness, so they're not going to do anything. They're clout-hungry little loser. This person's a tiny-ass, little-ass mouse. And you're a big old horse. This person is going to get stomped and trampled on. And they know it. Says anything, does anything, makes shit up, literally. This person knows that they're in trouble. They just don't want to admit it because they're still trying to play it off like they've got something that you want. This person, look at this weirdo motherfucker. This person trying to cyberbully you, good luck with that. You will rebuke them, cancel them, and remove them from your energy. And you could literally even pray, Archangel Michael, protect me from anybody trying to bully me through the internet or through any technology or any energy weapon. Let no weapon formed against me shall ever prosper. This person's going to be running real soon here. They're going to be running away from the consequences that they have to answer to. While they're stuck dreaming about you, focusing on you, not sleeping, this is somebody that you rejected. You said absolutely no. And this person could be connected to a karmic friend of yours. Somebody that you can't trust. Yeah, these people, no, you cannot trust them. I would not trust them. They have very bad karma. Okay, very bad karma. Queen rising, this is your energy. You guys are stepping up, stepping into the spotlight, moving forward. There's nothing that anybody can do about that. There's no creeping. There's no amount of being a fucking weirdo that's going to ever amount to anything that actually means something. These people are lost and they're broken. Okay, they could be talking a lot of shit about you. Maybe these people were trying to cause child services to come take your kid. These people should not have children. First of all, they probably do. They should not have ever became parents. They're bankrupt and you're over here unbothered. And this person is trying to destroy you, get your kids stripped from you so they can come in and marry you for money. It's not going to happen. You're not going to give them anything. This person needs to go back to the snake hole that they crawled out of, back to the rat den that they came from, wherever the fuck this vermin came from. They need to go back. I would send this person to hell. If they passed away today, I would send their soul to hell, literally, immediately. I would be like, nope, that one doesn't get to move forward. They're going to go think on the decisions that they made forever until they can get themselves out of their own hell, because that's what these people are doing. By getting other people to attack you, they're leading a lot of people astray. This person is trying to bully you because they believe that your politic view is different than them. Who gives a fuck? I am not somebody that cares anything about politics. I mean, I want the country to do well, and I do care about what happens in the country, but I am not somebody that can sit there and pay attention to I have ADHD. I can't pay attention to the politics and shit like that. It's just too much for me. I mean, like literally, I can't pay attention to shit like that. And I know what all the stuff that they're trying to put in the public right now about, you know, files and lists and stuff like that. And it's all a big distraction. Just know that it's a distraction. You guys are picking up on the real messages from spirit and you're gonna be able to move forward. You don't have kids. Well, that part of the message wasn't for you then, the child services. They could get child services called on them. That's why I was saying these people should not have had children. Cyberbully again. They should not have had children. It would have been better for everybody had they not. But since they brought these beautiful children are a gift. Since they brought these souls into the earth, maybe they should pay attention to the beings that they created. I mean, it's not that we create people. It's just that we're a portal for other people to manifest through. That's what pregnancy is. But these people are not grateful for their own lives. They're not grateful for their own children. Okay. They've got a very ungrateful attitude and spirit doesn't like it because it's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful to the divine beings that they brought into this world that they're not acknowledging or paying attention to at all. So thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. Please like the video, you guys. It helps this planet, or it helps this planet. It helps this message. It helps this video. It helps this platform so much. We're trying to get to 1,000 people so we can start doing super chats on this channel. So when you guys have personal questions, you don't have to go to PayPal or Cash App to send it. You can just send it right through super chat. And then I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. So I'm going to talk about the 2 books that are life-changing. The links to these books are in the description box below. The first one is The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. It's written by Michael Steadman. This book has many, many techniques in it that's going to help you advance spiritually. But the main ones that I use on a day-to-day basis are the God technique, which raises you out of your ego into looking out through the eyes of your higher self so you can see everything from a bigger picture and understand the bigger lesson in it. And you're looking out through the lens of unconditional love, compassion, joy, and peace. And so it just helps you with your frequency and it changes your vibration. It says, from our true perspective as God, this 3-dimensional universe is only made up of our conscious essence, i.e., the unconditional love, joy, and peace. It is only the false perceptions, concepts, and beliefs that we have brought into our creation and universe that make it appear otherwise. So beliefs colorize our creation. So the God technique raises you out of your ego into the eyes of your higher self, so you can be connected with God. That is the one that I use to raise above demons and other spirits and stuff like that. Anytime there's any type of negative interference. The second technique is a joy versus anger technique. And that gives you an intuitive response so that you can, and it's more accurate than muscle testing. It's the one that I use for everything. to get yes and no answers so that you can start being divinely led. Before the God technique, I was trapped in the psychic realm. With the God technique, I was able to get out of the psychic realm and into the God realm. With the joy versus anger technique, I'm able to confirmation, to ask yes and no questions and get an immediate answer back so that I'm not just like chasing my own tail. Okay. So I can be divinely led towards experiences that are going to be the best. Okay. So yeah, that the joy versus anger. Then the third technique is the mind technique, which gives you the ability to question your thoughts and beliefs so that you can locate the ones that are creating the experience that you're experiencing so that you can then release them. Okay. Says, I learned to use the tool of the mind to release beliefs. Most of the time, I saw immediate changes for the better in my life, health, relationship, and spiritual. Some are changing more slowly. I don't know what they will end up looking like. I just know that they will be in alignment with unconditional love, and joy, and peace. As I continue to be more of myself, God, which is unconditional love, joy, and peace, they will change. The more that you put your focus on things that are for your highest and best good, like your real self or your unconditional love, joy, and peace, the more of that you're going to draw into your reality. And so I escape tragedies by using the joy versus anger technique and asking questions. Should I go here? Should I eat this? Should I go there? Should I do this? And that's the way that I'm able to avoid tragedies. And sometimes I'll forget to ask a question and I'll go do something and I'll have a bad effect. Like I'll just not like something. Or this one time, it was 4th of July and we were trying to park and find a place to watch the fireworks, and we were trying to find food that we could eat. And so we just went into this Indian restaurant. As I'm walking into the fucking restaurant, some kid in the parking lot was playing with fireworks, and a firework shot me right dead, like right there in the side of my head. And at that point, I should have realized, like, holy shit, stop, clear whatever's going on, because there's something clearly going on here. Then we went into the restaurant and we ordered a dish, like an eggplant dish, and we asked them, does this like, we're allergic to peanut, does this have peanut oil in it? They're like, no, it doesn't. They brought it out and we took one bite of it and it was a peanut oil reaction. So again, that was a time where I did not ask questions. There's been other experiences too that have not worked out. And so I know damn well that, like, before making any big move, whether it's a vacation, going to visit family, doing a holiday, whatever it is, I'm always asking questions so that I make sure that I'm making the best choices when it comes to hotels, because there's unseen things, like literally, like the warning was me getting hit in the head with the fucking firework. That was the warning about the peanut allergy, because we didn't end up watching the fireworks that time because of the fucking peanut thing. But anyways, that was the warning sign. So when you get those big warning signs, like a tire blows out or some shit like that, look at it as a symbology. Everything that's happening on the outside is happening on the inside. If there's something going on with your vehicle, then you need to look at your physical vehicle and your energetic and your spiritual vehicle, aka your body, your vessel, and look at it that way. If you were to have, like, literally like a car accident or something, that would be something to look within and make sure there's not anything that's awry going on within you. Because anything that's going on outside of you is going on inside of you. And when you can go inside and you shift and you heal and you release and you change the inside, you become more of your real self, which is God. The more of you that's the ego part, that's the false self, will fall away, or it will transmute, however you want to look at that. Again, I don't really believe in ego death in the way of, like, you can just unalive your ego, because you need your ego to calculate numbers, to drive, to do things that are of the physical world. Okay, so check this book out, you guys, The Truth of God by Michael Steadman. The link to this is in the description box below. When people ask me, how do you cross spirits over? How do you do this? How do you do that? It's with the God technique from that book. So the second book I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And this is a book for those of you that want to learn how to read your own tarot cards or cards for other people. This is a guide. It's a portal. You can use the tarot card spreads and spells in this book over and over again. All you need is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, RYDERWAITE. Go ahead and invest and get the ones that have the words on them. That way you're not having to flip through another book. And I'm just going to read, like, you'll understand how this book has been created to help you understand yourself. Okay. So I'm just going to read some of the, I don't want to read the Emperor. Let's see. I'm going to read I want to read from the Magician. So for each of the major arcana cards, I've created a tarot card spread that goes deeply into what is in the Magician's, well, what's in the major arcana cards, which the major arcana cards are the major transitions. Again, with the entire tarot deck, this way that this system is created, you will go through each card. You'll go through a phase of going through each card that's in the deck, okay? And this is all for your highest and best good. So again, the Magician Tarot card is number 1. Answer is yes. Zodiac is Gemini, Virgo, and Ophiuchus. I've created a 14 Zodiac tarot card spread that you can go a deep dive into your South Node energy, which is your ego energy, your archetype energy, and then into your North Node energy to where your destiny is, where your highest and best purpose is. So it says the Magician is well suited for business, science, and high-tech fields. The Magician is someone who is a risk taker and an overachiever who is highly organized and skilled. A master manifester and extremely determined individual who has the power of concentration. The Magician card is about personal power. Position 1, the ancestors. This position carries instructions and messages from your ancestry to you. You may pick up on an important message coming from your ancestors. Does the card that you pulled give you a feeling of foreboding? Are there any messages that this card has to tell you about your ancestors? How your ancestors are feeling about your choices? You may pick up on old energies that need to be cleared in this position. Position 2, the spirit guide and guardian angel. This position will reveal messages and insight that your spirit guides and guardian angels have for you. They have been whispering through the breeze to you an important message. Divinity is your natural state of being. This card position shows you how in connection to your spirit guides and the divine is helping your ascent in life, which is your ascension. And you descended into this third dimension human experience to have this experience as a human, but you are still a higher dimensional spiritual divine being, okay? And so the only thing that's changed is that you manifested yourself into the physical, but you did that so you could go through Earth School, learn a lot of things about yourself, and have an opportunity to raise your consciousness and tap into the part of you that is the divine, that is the soul, that is eternal, that is God, okay? And that's what life is about. It's about learning who and what you are. And that's why this lifetime is so important, because it's you guys learning about who you are, learning about God, and having a real connection, not just one that is based off of a Bible or a Torah or whatever the fuck book has been written by people that are dead, okay? But and I think the Bible has to do with people that were psychic, they were chosen, they were intuitive people that were in touch with their spirit guides and ancestors, that had a genuine connection. But a lot of the stuff in the Bible is manipulated, okay? It's caters to serve one agenda, and that is to manipulate, dominate, and control people, okay? And I'm not discrediting it, because I love the book of Psalms. What I love about the book of Psalms is that the people that wrote the book of Psalms, and again, we don't know everybody that wrote the book of Psalms, but the book of Psalms is about people having a one-on-one relationship with God. That's why I feel like it's the best book in the Bible. It's the most powerful. All of the other books and stories are just about our ancestors. You could look at Adam, Lilith, Eve, I don't think Lilith is included in Catholic canon and Christian canon, but it is in Jewish and other canons. But you could look at like those Moses, Noah being like an ancestor, right? Type energy. So anyways, so it's about ancestors and how their relationship was with the divine and with the human world. So that's what makes it somewhat relevant, is because the things that happen in the Bible, or the stories that are told to us, could be things that could happen, just like Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat, how his brothers try to fuck with his destiny over a freaking jacket, and they literally sell him into slavery. Like, that is like a common theme of people trying to do this dumb shit. Like, you'll see the things in the Bible be repeating, but you just need to be able to rise above them and go within and heal and release whatever it was that drew that experience in. So this is saying that they have been whispering through the breeze to you an important message. Divinity is your natural state of being. This card position shows you how your connection to your spirit guides and the divine is helping your ascent in life. How your spirit guides speak with you and how you interpret their communications can be shown to you in the card for this position. Position 3, animal totems. This card position shows you how connected you are to your spirit animal. The properties and strengths that the animal kingdom has to share with you are very vast. You have a connection to the animal world and can see through the eyes of your favorite creatures. In this position, you will see your connection to the animal world and your compatibility with the animal world. Are there any visions that you see when connecting with the card that you pull for this position? Position 4, the path of the alchemist. This position shows how well you transmute the energies that flow into your life. The card that you pull for this position will reveal how well you can ground heavy energy and transform it into useful energy. If you are a natural alchemist, that may come through the card that you pull for this position. The path of the seer, the psychic, and the reader. If you have psychic skills and want to put them to use, then this is the card position for you. This position will reveal to you clues into what psychic gifts come through your bloodline. Pay attention to your thoughts and any visions that come through the card for this spot. If you pull the Star or the High Priestess tarot card for this position, that could be a double confirmation that being a psychic reader is compatible for you. Position 6, the path of the shaman. So in the Magician, all of these different paths, I've created a different position, tarot card position for. So shamanism is a form of using the energies of nature to heal and transform the soul. This card will reveal if you have a shamanic connection. If you pull the Hierophant for this position, that will be a double confirmation. You can divine whether shamanism is the right path or not by finding out the yes or no answer to the tarot card that you pull for this position. It goes on to the path of tradition, the energy Reiki healer, the path of the practitioner, the path of the sorcerer, the necromancer, the chalice, the wand, the pentacle, and the sword. And then the spell that goes along with it is a manifestation technique that helps you manifest your own magic. These are not spells you do on anybody else. They're spells you do with God and the Holy Spirit with yourself, okay? They're for your betterment, basically. The High Priestess tarot card spells for personal enlightenment. The Empress tarot card spell is for beauty and self-development and like increasing your self-esteem. The Emperor tarot card spell is to obtain powers, to tap into your boss energy. Let's see what else. The Lover's tarot card spell is for drawing love to you, bringing love in, opening yourself to love, okay? The Temperance tarot card spell is for working with Archangel Michael to stay protected. The Hierophant tarot card spell is for manifesting lack into nothingness. The Chariot tarot card spell is for removing blockages and obstacles. The Strength tarot card is for basically the spells for becoming stronger. The Wheel of Fortune is to obtain good fortune, to tap into the good luck, to manifest good luck for your experience. The Justice tarot card spell is to create justice against those who thought that they got away with it. The Hangman is to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. Okay, the Death is to bring about proper endings in the appropriate places that things need to end. If there's something that's been lingering and going on for too long, you know what I mean? Just release that. The Angel, the Temperance is working with Archangel Michael. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the sacred blue flame, the will of God of Archangel Michael. I call upon Saint Michael the Archangel to bless and protect me, my family, and my home. I give you permission to intercede on my behalf and the behalf of my loved ones. Please come to my space and help me to clear my energy. So yeah, you guys, check this book out. In the back of the book, I've written a compendium of knowledge of what the different major arcana cards could mean when they come out next to one another. So I'm just going to read the Magician. If you pull the Magician with the Hermit, I'm not going to read all of it because it keeps going on and on forever, but you'll get the gist of how this works. If you pull the Magician with the Hermit tarot card, it means that your magic comes from within. If you pull the Magician in the reverse, it means that you have someone who is practicing black magic on you, either a warlock or a witch who practices black magic is attacking you or someone in the collective. If you pull the Magician with the Temperance tarot card, it means that you can use your own power and magic to balance out your own energy. There is no need for outside help. If you pull the Magician with the Moon, it means that there is moon magic being done. If you pull the Magician and the Moon in the reverse, it means that someone is using moon magic on you. If you pull the Magician with the Death tarot card, it means that someone is practicing death magic sorcery. If you pull the Magician with the Last Judgment tarot card, it means that whoever is practicing magic is up under judgment from doing so. The magical path is not everyone's path. That is why knowing thyself is the most important thing in life. If you pull the Justice tarot card and then the Magician, it could mean that someone is using magic to create justice for you. If you pull the Magician and then the Strength tarot card, it could mean that your magic is too strong for opposing forces to break through, or it could mean that you have very strong magic being done on you or your family members. When the Magician comes out before or after the Hangman, it could mean that someone is using your energy as a sacrifice. This indicates energy harvesting. When the Magician comes out with the Wheel of Fortune, it means that someone is using magical abilities to create their luck and fortune in life. If the Magician comes out with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, or the Nine of Wands in the reverse, it means that you are the victim of some type of destiny swapping ritual. So anyways, it keeps going on and on and on, you guys, okay? So check this book out. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. All you need to get started with it is the original Rider-Waite deck, RYDERWAITE. You guys, you can use the tarot card spreads and spells in this book as many times as you want to manifest. It's really going to help you if you're wanting to learn how to read cards for yourself or for other people, okay? And remember, also, the links to these books are in the description box below. The Truth of God, that's going to help you develop a yes and no answering system with your higher self. It's going to help you connect into your higher self and rise above anything that is lower vibrational that's going on. And it helps you gain control of the mind so that you can use the mind like the tool that it is, so that your mind is not navigating everything without you being in control. Thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. You guys, God bless you. Please like the video, tap the notification bell, make sure that you are subscribed to this platform. I have another platform called ASTRAEA Love, ASTRAEA, second word LOVE. On that platform, I also do tarot card readings with the original Rider-Waite deck, and I take questions for a $20 super chat donation. So again, if you have any questions, you can go to that platform or you can go to this platform. Eventually we'll get to 1,000 subscribers, and then I'll be able to do super chats for you guys. Okay. I love you guys so much. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful evening and God bless you. Okay. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.